called Dairy Foods USA, and when I first started, I was a food person. I worked on the machines. I helped with packaging and all that stuff. I didn't operate the machines, but I packaged cheese, stacked them on pallets, all that stuff. But hold on. Takes a little bit to get up to speed now. So, also, I want to side note real quick. For the last like 3 or 4 days, I have been nauseous like all day, and I don't know if it's from the heat outside or from the gas fumes in the car or from both. But man, it has been rough. I do not like nausea, man. I hate that feeling. But anyways, driving with the windows down so I don't die. And anyways, yeah, so definitely need to get that car. But where was I? Oh yeah, cheese factory. So while I was there, they had someone that was a janitor and on second shift, which was my shift, but we couldn't keep janitors to save our lives because it was kind of a crummy job. It was one of those things that nobody liked doing. But as most of you know, I'm the kind of guy that tries to make the best out of a bad situation, and I like to, bring my own little style of fun and all that. And so, actually, so they asked me if I wanted to be the janitor, and I said sure. So I got really bad training, and hold on. Yeah, gotta love it. 1 second. I'm gonna listen to this whole thing to make sure that you can hear me talking before I post it. So anyways, the cheese factory. So a lot of stuff, like I got the general idea from the lackluster training, but I basically came up with my own way of doing things. Hold on. So I came up with my own routine and, did certain things in a certain order, all that fun stuff. Because of my personality, so a bunch of the people I worked with decided to start calling me Bubbles. I got the nickname Bubbles, and it was a two-part. They nicknamed me that because one, hold on, jeez, so it was partly because of my bubbly personality, and partly because I look a lot like, or I look a bit like a guy named Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys, some TV show, and much like that Bubbles character, I'm also a huge lover of cats, so I had a two-parter, cheese. It goes into these crates. The crates have bags in them, so the bags will get folded up over them. They put them in the cooler, the cheese hardens, and you got yourself a 30-pound brick of cheese. Well, that machine sometimes leaks, and not only that, but just stuff hits the floor all the time. And so I was in there cleaning that room one night, and I was on my hands and knees scraping cheese off the floor with a dustpan, and I didn't realize my head was right under one of those solid steel pipes. And so when I went to stand up, I was trying to move fast, so I went to stand up and I put like all of my strength and full speed head first into that pipe. Now, I got a concussion out of it. They took me to the hospital that night. I got a concussion. They did the drug test and all that stuff they do, which I obviously passed because I don't do drugs. But they obviously sent me home that night as well. But the thing is, I didn't know that I injured my neck. I'm pretty convinced that the disc issue in my neck stems from that particular injury, but it just didn't reveal itself right away. And because of the time lapse, there's no way to really get workers' comp to do anything for medical bills and stuff, because there's just no way to prove that that's what it is. Even though I'm convinced of it, that's not proof enough. So in any case, so it's just a medical thing I got to deal with on my own. As far as financially, I got to use the medical insurance, rather. So, hold on. Oh my gosh, this car. Tell you guys what, if that medical thing does turn out to be cancer, it's gonna be a race to see which kills me faster, the cancer or the car. I know it's a topic that shouldn't be laughed about, but that's how I deal with stuff. I laugh and I make jokes, and even when it sometimes might be inappropriate. But if it's my own thing, I don't feel there's anything wrong with making humor out of it. So, in any case, yeah, so I'm pretty sure the neck injury came from that night, because when I hit my head, I mean, that thing did not budge. It was solid, and it bent my neck, like, really hard. But again, because of the concussion, I didn't even notice my neck. My neck started hurting the next day, but not like the disc thing came a little later. It was more like just a sore neck from the incident. But anyway, so that's how that all started. I'm pretty sure. I would be shocked if the two were not related. Like, I don't know how else the disc would just deform itself, but I don't know. I'm no doctor. I'm no professional. So that is the story, my friends, of where I believe my injury originated. And yeah, I got some stories from that cheese factory, man. Oh man, there were people there, like crazy people. I'll tell you a funny story. The president of the company is the head honcho, the bigwig. He's the man in charge. It basically might as well be like the owner. Well, he didn't really know me at all. You know, being a bigwig, he didn't get out with the people much. So, one of the women I worked with, her name was Mary. I'm guessing it still is Mary. Anyway, she said, "Joe, if you can get the president to call you Bubbles, I will buy you dinner anywhere you want." I'm like, deal. And so getting him to call me Bubbles was easy. That was super easy. The hard part was getting him in the same room with Mary so she could witness it and make it happen. Well, a couple weeks go by. Finally finally the opportunity arises. We're in the break room. He comes in, and Mary and I are sitting at the table along with a bunch of other people talking and eating. And I'm like, ooh, Mary, I got this. So I went up, I stood up, I introduced myself to Dan. That's the president's name. I said, hey, Dan, my name is Bubbles. I just wanted to introduce myself. And he said, well, I am Dan. Good to meet you, Bubbles. And then I looked at Mary with a look that said, haha, I win. And like I said, getting him to call me that was easy because he didn't know my name. Like, he couldn't even get around it by just calling me Joe or whatever. He didn't know my name. And so from that day forward, every time I saw him, he always called me by name, Bubbles, saying hello and stuff. And then one day I got an award. And I don't remember what the award was for, but I got a $500 bonus check for it. And when he called me out, obviously the check was written to my real name. And so when he called the name, he had no idea. And he's like, oh, Bubbles, Joe, that's your real name. I'm like, yeah, man, I got one of those too. Haha. So anyway, that's how I got the president to call me Bubbles. And he still, even after that day, he still called me Bubbles because that was my thing. That's who I was there. I was Bubbles. Except to Mike in the salt room. To him, I was Bubzilla. And then a lot of people just called me Bubs for short, like a lot of you guys do. I see Bub, I see Bubs with an S at the end. So even my nickname has nicknames. That's cool. So anyways, that's the way that is. And I don't remember if I showed you guys this. I know I recorded it in a video, but I don't think that video went up. So I want to show you guys. Maybe. Can you see? I'm driving too. See where it says Bub? So in case you haven't seen that, we're gonna try to see when it's possible to get the other half of that, Zilla. So I'll have two raves, Bub and Zilla. I just think that's really cool. Goes along with the YouTube thing. So anyway, y'all, I don't want to make this any longer because it'll take forever to upload. It'll probably go all the way through my shift tonight while I'm working. It should be uploading. Hopefully it'll be up by late tonight. That is the explanation where the injury came from. I don't remember if there was something else. Oh, another side note. Hold on. Always on a hill, isn't it? Always on a hill. So, yesterday I texted Rachel and I said that I got off track. I used to text her like every Thursday, and then last week I messed up because everything happening and I just forgot, and like I thought about her, but every time I thought about it, it's like 2, 3 in the morning, and I don't want to text her at that hour. So she lives here in the U.S., so I don't know exactly where, but I do know she's within a couple hours of me time-wise. I mean, she lives a lot further than that, driving, but like as far as the actual time, if she's not in my time zone, then she's either 1 hour or 2 hours behind me or ahead. So anyway, I texted her and told her that I was sorry for messing up the timeline, but that I wanted to just say that she's missed and she's loved and we're thinking about her and all that stuff. And so she texted back and said she really appreciates all those texts that she gets from me. And so I know she's missing everyone. I know she's missing her YouTube family. She's missing all of it, and she's just as, what's the word I'm looking for? She's just as heartbroken about not being there as we are about her not being there. So anyway, just wanted y'all to know that I did get a text back from her. So I don't she's not seeming to improve, but we'll just keep on praying for her. For those of you who pray, please pray for her. And if you don't pray and you don't believe in God or any of that stuff, at the very least, whatever it is you do, just keep her in your thoughts and all that stuff. If you could, that'd be awesome. Appreciate that. It's about to get real loud here in a second. I think 3, 2, 1. Alright, so there's a convertible. There's a convertible car there in the left lane in front of me. When they pulled up next to me at that stoplight there, I think they looked at me like I was cuckoo because I'm talking to myself in here. Well, I'm talking to 152 subscribers and however many non-subscribers watch this video. But they don't know that. To them, I look crazy. Which is fine, because I am crazy. But I'm fun crazy, not dangerous crazy. Anyways, where are we at now? That's gotta be 20 minutes. 17, okay. Yeah, it's gonna take forever to upload. Alright, guys. So, got a few stories in there. That's good. Yeah, story that y'all wanted to know about the injury thing, where that came from. I don't even know what else. Oh yeah, Rachel, got a little update on her. Not any improvement, but she did at least respond to me, so that's good. Anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Remember to take care of your pets, and they will take care of you. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for liking, watching, subscribing, and doing all those things. And remember to take care of yourselves. Stay healthy. Make good decisions. All that fun